Yo, 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 whoa, whoa. It's your boy Goat. Hit that like and subscribe button, man. Stop playing motherfucking games. Hit that like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. Follow your boy Goat when he does go live, when he does show up and he does post. Hey man. Grinch man, go ahead and get your intro before I give the topic. Go ahead.
The Grinch is here. I just hit a bit from the rear. What's good, man? What's good?
Grinch, you there?
Yo.
Grinch. Can anybody hear Grinch? I don't know what the hell happened. Hold on. Oh, he stepped away from the mic. So basically, man,
Yo,
the
can you
topic
hear
is
me?
yeah, now I can. The
Damn.
topic.
I, damn,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, if you was talking, your mic blinched out for a minute, but you back now. The topic at hand: LeBron James needs to
Wait,
start
wait. Can you
suing.
can you hear me, Snoopy?
Yeah, you say you can hear both of us. You went out on my end for like a couple seconds, and then you bounced back. But you're good now. But let me get into the topic though. Topic at hand: LeBron James needs to start suing people for defamation of character and lying on his name. A lot of people like KG talking about LeBron James is taking all this stuff, and you know what I mean. If you can't prove it, there's no concrete evidence of it. LeBron needs to start suing these motherfuckers.
You know what it is to me. I see it straight like this. Throughout all these years, dudes like Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, even shit, Rajon Rondo. They've all kind of thrown shots at LeBron, and to me, it's kind of pathetic that they're using false accusations. I feel like with Kevin Garnett's case, I feel like he's envious of what LeBron's done in the league. I mean, just look at this dude. He's been in the league for 20 years. What is it? 20 seasons. I mean, uh, playing 2+ decades. I don't know. To me, I feel like Kevin Garnett kind of has some jealousy towards LeBron, just some hatred because of his greatness. I mean, I'm not trying to like get on my knees or anything for LeBron James, but I'm just calling it how I see it. I don't think that nigga Kevin Garnett fucks with LeBron James, and I just feel like he's envious of what he's done. That's how I see it.
What you got on his doors?
That's why I'm saying Snoopy is false accusations, and it's not fair to do that to any man, no matter what. If you don't have any concrete proof, look. It's kind of like this. I don't know if y'all been looking at the Benavidez situation, but there's so many rumors saying, oh, Canelo's team offered Benavidez a contract and he didn't take it. Now a lot of people are buying into it like without any concrete evidence. So that's why I'm saying people are so quick to jump the gun. But when you ask the same motherfucker, okay, you got evidence for this? You got proof? You're not gonna hear shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Doors, where you at, nigga? Over driving ass nigga.
but like, what you got on me? I guess saying about the Kevin Garnett part.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett, Rondo, all these dudes. They all talking crazy. You know what I mean? And I think these type of people should be removed from TV unless they got concrete evidence.
Go, Mike. I'm gonna go a step farther. These dudes should be blacklisted from talking NBA talk, basketball talk. I don't give a fuck because to me it's ridiculous the way they try to hinder shots at a dude like Gilbert Arenas, but you got to do like Kevin Garnett talking fucking crazy. So man, to me, all three of them motherfuckers should be blacklisted. I don't give a fuck. They yap their gums too much, way too fucking much.
KG just mad because LeBron was because they had a chance to win the series against LeBron, and LeBron went off for like 40. I think in that closeout game in Boston.
Bro, y'all fucking saw Demon LeBron. That nigga had what, 47 points, game 6?
I think he
What
had
is we talking
47 or
about?
something. 47 and something.
Bro, do y'all remember that iconic LeBron stare down? That's where it's from. It's from that exact same match. That nigga LeBron, bro, y'all, I'm telling y'all, bro, just go watch the playoffs. Uh, Celtics, Celtics Heat, and watch exactly Game 6 and Game 7. That would just show you how clutch of LeBron James was in his prime. That motherfucker was unstoppable. It didn't matter if you double team him. It didn't matter what you did. If he was hot that night, he was scoring regardless what you did. It don't matter what defense you threw. Let's just keep that a beam.
He was hitting. He was hit. He wasn't just going to the rim. He was knocking down jumpers everywhere. Mid range three. I'm talking everything he put up. It was going in.
Go. If he has a hot hand, he's the only player in I would say NBA history where I can say, okay, if he has a hot hand tonight, he's the best player. To me at least. When LeBron can shoot the rock consistently, you know what I'm saying, a night, if he's shooting it good for that game, like LeBron is unstoppable, bro. It don't matter what you do. I'm just keeping it a buck, and I don't even like LeBron James. I
That
feel
was
like
the
he's
best.
I feel like he's lazy as fuck, playing defense with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying, calling niggas out, but not taking the same command he's asking from, you know what I'm saying, from other teammates. Like, to me, I don't like LeBron James. But, like, at the same time, I can't disregard, you know what I'm saying, his greatness, his accolades, his stats. I can't ignore all that. I can't be biased. I got to talk ball, and I got to speak with facts.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like LeBron, but you got to keep it 100, man. That version of LeBron, he was on demon time.
And I ain't gonna lie. Like, to me, this is not even going a step far, but like I was scared thinking about like, well, damn, like what would happen if the Lakers matched up against the LeBron James in the finals? Like I would get scared because I don't know, that series could go either way. I think LeBron will win that series against the Kobe. I really do. But what Stoopy said, he said something about Canelo was fighting Munguia. I mean, I can't say nothing. The promotion he was with, I think it was the PBC. They couldn't pay you know what I'm saying, Canelo's bag, what he was asking for. And, I don't like Canelo, but at the same time, I got to respect that because, you know what I'm saying, you're going out there, you're boxing, you're putting your life on the line. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is a sport and people say, oh, it's not like the MMA, you're putting your life on the line, bro. You're taking big hits. So, I mean, I gotta respect him for that. But, I mean, him leaving the promotion, now they're saying he's not going to fight Benavidez. And, if there is a Benavidez fight, they're saying it's not looking until maybe August. So we're still looking for a couple times. And I've already called this out, man. I've already told people a lot of the time that he's ducking Benavidez. And it just shows you right here. If y'all go watch Canelo's previous statements, he's already said I would never fight a Mexican fighter. And the fact you're gonna go Cinco de Mayo, May 4, and you're gonna go fight a fucking Munguia who's fucking Mexican, it just showed me like what a duck you are. Like the fact you're willing to fight him but not a Benavidez, and like even if I compare the accolades, it's not close. Like Benavidez is more accomplished and deserves to fight a lot more. So that's just straight bullshit. I already know he's cherry picking. I mean, I think a Canelo fan could tell you that too, unless you're delusional. And then they saying Munguia and then Berlanga. Like Berlanga ain't never done shit. He has he
Mexico,
has he has 21 wins. No, 22 now actually with 17 knockouts. But before the knockout against what's his name McCord, it was like 2 days ago. He knocked him out like in the sixth. But before that, this dude looked real suspect the last five boxing matches. So he's already gotten exposed. So I don't know why a Canelo would fight that type of fighter. I don't get it. Benavidez is the most accomplished out the two of them. He's a 3-time WBC super middleweight champion. One-time
how big is Canelo?
one-time light heavyweight champion. About to be
Who-
2 times if he wins this I think March against the Russian motherfucker. I forgot his name.
Who's bigger, Canelo or Benavidez?
You saying who's taller?
Who's bigger, like overall?
Oh, Benavidez. Are we talking about just body size? Benavidez easy. Benavidez. Look, here's the thing that people overlook, Mike. Like the weight they would fight at 168. This dude Benavidez is built like a heavyweight. He's supposed to be fighting like at 200 pounds, like at 180.
And you
He
want Canelo to fight this giant? That's crazy.
not. I don't want to hear it because if you can make the weight, if you can make the weight, that means you're not big. You're not big enough. People saying, "Oh, he's too big." How's he too big? He's making the weight consistently, and he's not having any problems. That means he can make the weight, and that's his class. I don't want to hear he's too big bullshit. No, I don't want to hear that, bro. I've seen many small fighters take fights with the bigger fighters, bro. Did you forget Amir Khan? He went up 3 fucking weight classes to fight a fucking Canelo, and this dude was overmatched in terms of size. And that nigga got knocked the fuck out with one punch, and that just shows you. So what are we talking about? Come on, Mike.
Well, damn, I don't think so right now. I think he's just too small. Canelo's just too small.
He's too small. No, he's not. He's definitely not too. Look, Canelo got the power to back up his size. That's the thing. It could hurt a Benavidez. It for sure can, because Benavidez got a high guard. You know what I'm saying? His guard is unorthodox. He got his guard. I'll say more on the outside, and he really kind of leaves. I will say his stomach a little bit more open because of that. So a Canelo could punish that if he goes for body shots, liver shots, and that'll be a good fight. Like I said, he's definitely not no big. I would say they're evenly matched. Man, Youngo, you missed the whole fucking rant, my nigga. We was talking about that shit for 30 minutes, cooking on that bit. He don't want to fight the Mexican monster, nigga, cause Canelo knows if Benavidez beats him, bro, Benavidez is gonna be better than Canelo on the all-time rankings as a Mexican, and that's gonna hurt his ego. I don't know if you know Canelo, Gomite. But one thing, looking at his interviews, he's a big ego guy. He's all about him.
That should only boost your ego. Losing to Mexican Monster, that should boost your ego to want to get better.
No, but here's the thing, Mike. He cares about his losses. Like he takes them personal. So he's not gonna do all that what you're saying, and that's what I'm trying to get you
Okay.
to understand.
Well, okay. So why can't he take it personal and get in the lab and put in work to be better to come
Cause
back and
he's
beat him?
soft, nigga. He don't want to take these big fights. He's
But that's the
soft,
problem.
nigga. That's why.
That's the thing. Let's touch on that. That's the problem with this era
Hey, AC
and
Picks,
all.
get your bitch ass on the fucking. You know what I'm saying? Panel. You know what I'm saying?
That- That's the
We
one thing we
cooking in
got.
this shit.
That's the one thing we got to talk about, though. That's the problem with all sports is that they don't use these losses to get better, to get in the lab and want to put that work in, and that's the problem.
Hey, hey, go Mike. Imagine a fighter is so scared of you, he leaves your promotion. You know what I'm saying, to avoid fighting you. What would you think of that?
Man, I'll be counting you soft. Get
That's it.
in.
That's exactly what Canelo did.
Canelo can only look as a player or a fighter. You're not gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? Like losing a match can make it should make you want to get in the gym and put in that work. That's why I'm pissed off at what's the name, Earl Spence. You lost to Crawford. You didn't put in any work to get better, and now you're ducking him on round two. The same with this Canelo shit. You bro. Even if Benavidez beat you, you should use that as motivation. So now if you rematch him, you should have extra motivation to want to beat him the
You
second
gotta
time.
you gotta have that dog in you, bro. If you want the people to respect you as a champion, as a people's champion, you go out there and fight, no matter win or lose. The people are gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? People don't respect this shit. They don't. All this dunking and fighting a nigga like Berlanga or Munguia. Like, come on, man. People don't respect that. That's why there are a lot of Canelo haters, and now I understand why.
But I don't know why dudes don't want to put that work in. That's crazy. Just put in the work.
He says he says, "Oh, what Benavides accomplished? Like in terms of fighting him, like, oh, he ain't accomplished nothing. Why would I fight him? Like, come on, man. You fought a dude in John Ryder, uh, damn near what, a 39-year-old Triple G. I mean, it's just embarrassing, man. Like he talks, but like a week or 2 weeks later, he exposes himself. It's as simple as that.
I'll be back in a few seconds.
Yeah, it's looking bad right now. AC, fuck, man. I was really hoping for that because man, Benavides, that would have been a big fight for Cinco de Mayo, man. Like that would have been a fight to remember. But this nigga Canelo, man, he wants to go fight a Munguia. What has he done? Like, yeah, he got 40 wins and no losses or whatever, but he's fought scrubs. He ain't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like on Benavides' level, Benavides fought Darrell, Kyron Davis, um, Caleb Plant, Andre, Medina. Medina was a dog. Y'all go watch that match, bro. That Medina was tough as nails, bro. That nigga had iron chin. That nigga Medina was not no joke. Um, I don't know if y'all remember Gavril. That was at the 175 division. You know what I'm saying? They had two matches. The first one was pretty close. But Benavides took the rematch and he dominated on the second one. So like all these names I'm naming you, like Munguia don't have half these names. None. The fact this nigga's getting the fight over Benavides is just it's blasphemy. Canelo better not leave PBC or we're flaming his ass high. You just join PBC and about to leave after 3 fights. He's ducking the smoke, AC. Because look, if he were to stay in the PBC, his mandatory fight was Jamal Charlo. You get that out the way. The only thing left for you is Benavides because you've already said you don't want to fight Crawford. So the only thing left on the table after that is Benavides. That's why his ass left. He would rather take the easy fights, take an Edgar Berlanga with no fucking defense. Yeah, he got power, but bro, this dude leaves us like I'm gonna say Canelo knocks him out like in 4 rounds. I'm probably
He's
being too
ass.
I'm probably being too generous. But like, man, the fact that you're leaving to fight lesser competition, like I don't give a fuck. Like yeah, he could beat me up, but you're not a man for that. you gotta stand 10 toes. He did, Snoopy. He did, but that's why I said it. In the second match, he definitely redeemed himself. That
You
shit
was
was not
praising
close.
Canelo. Canelo, you was praising him for a long time.
Who?
You
You said I was praising Canelo?
for a long time.
When have I done that?
You thought you said he was the best Mexican boxer.
No, I didn't. I said Julio Cesar was the best Mexican boxer of all time, and that's not even close. This dude, Julio Cesar, Chavez went 89-0. You know what I'm saying?
Did he go
Like,
against a guy like did he go against a guy like Benavidez?
bro, he's won against everybody. He's cleared every division he's been in.
Did he beat Benavidez?
Okay, now we're talking in fantasy land.
I'm just saying. I believe Benavidez is the best Mexican boxer.
Yes, Salvador Sanchez, nice Snoopy. Nah, I fuck with Benavidez heavy, bro. You see my profile picture? I fuck with Benavidez, but
He's the best Mexican boxer.
he got to fight the dudes like Bivol, the Beater Bees, the Canelos. You know, if he beats those type of guys, I mean, we'll see. But it's too early to call.
Benavidez is that nigga. Stop it. He's that nigga, man. Benavidez is the best
Damn,
Mexican
he
boxer.
did at 23. I ain't know that.
Benavidez is that nigga.
He don't watch boxing. AC. He's not gonna know. You know what I'm saying, what a problem Julio
I watched
was.
Benavidez. Benavidez is that nigga, man.
Bro, that nigga Julio Cesar was an African killer, bro. I'm telling you.
Julio ain't shit.
Canelo is a first
Benavidez,
ballot Hall of Famer and made his money, but if you aren't going to fight the best, drop the belts. It's as simple as that, man. Drop the motherfucking belts if you're not gonna fight.
Benavidez is the real fucking deal. I don't care what Grinch talking about. He's the real motherfucking deal. Grinch just trolling. Grinch know it's facts.
Bro, you you
Benavidez
trying to you trying to make it seem like you got some point going on. But didn't you just hear me say I fuck with Benavidez?
is the best Mexican boxer to do it. Period. He
Yeah,
that nigga.
I'm not gonna entertain it no more, AC.
Benavidez will smoke any. He'll smoke any boxer right now. Right now. He'll do it in Mexico and he'll do it in the U.S. Chavez is not better than Benavidez. Stop it. Cut that shit out right now. Benavidez will smoke his ass too. Easy work. Put him in a fucking chamber box. Box his ass up so fucking good. His eyeball gonna be blind.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say? Chamber box? Nigga, I'm dead.
I'm being dead serious. Benavidez, watching him box, well, that dude's a motherfucking problem. Chavez can't fuck with him. He'll get fucked up too. And that's for real.
Would
You put Benavidez against any Mexican boxer.
okay. So with that being said, do you have him knocking out Canelo, or or do you have it going 12 rounds?
You said what? Say it
Okay,
again.
okay. I'm saying if Canelo and Benavidez happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have Benavidez knocking out Canelo or going to 12 rounds?
Man, Benavidez knocking his ass out. Benavidez
Straight
gonna
like
knock
that?
his ass out. Three straight knockouts. Three straight knockouts in a row in the same match. He gonna knock his ass out three straight times. He
Ba-
gonna knock
ba-
his
base,
ass out.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. My fault.
He gonna knock his ass out. If his ass gets back up, he gonna get knocked out again. If he gets up again, he gonna get knocked back down again. Benny Diaz is like that. Canelo know, bro. Everybody know why he's ducking. He don't got the Mexican balls for this nigga. Bro, Benny Diaz is that dude. I'm telling you right now. Ain't no Mexican boxer beating this man. Ain't no Chavez. Ain't no fucking who else was up there? None of these Mexican dudes. Canelo, none of these dudes. I'm telling you, Benny Diaz is that dude, man.
He's that dude currently, but is not all time, unfortunately.
Benny Diaz. I didn't watch his recent match, but I did hear he whooped ass because I was at work, so I didn't
Okay,
get to watch it.
can you name me 5 Benavides fights that made you say, okay, he's that great?
Bro,
Name me five. Go.
I go off the eye test. The eye test tells me that motherfucker, the way he
Okay,
boxes,
okay. Explain about what he does boxing wise that makes him so great. Every last
what,
detail.
make, what makes him so. Hold on, I'm about to do something real quick. Hold on, 1 second.
No, don't go to Google, my nigga. No cheating.
I'm not on Google. I'm actually playing Madden while talking to y'all. Give me 1 quick second. Try to set my settings. I'm playing Madden too. So look, here's my thing. What makes Benny Diaz great when I watch him, he reminds me of me. He reminds me about me because when I fought in high school, I didn't believe in all that dancing around, playing hide and go seek. I believe in get right in your motherfucking grill and just whooping your fucking ass. And Benny Diaz, when I see him and niggas' faces, and he throwing all these jabs. He ain't doing but Benny Diaz is a straight to the point boxer, and I fuck with niggas like that. Get straight to the point. Fuck all that dancing around, you know, this way, that way. Fuck all that shit. Benny Diaz is straight to the point. Secondly, secondly, he's a hard hitter. That's secondly. Number three, I like the way he used a plethora of combinations to beat you with. He using uppercuts. He using the left right jab. I mean, he just on you. He just pounding you. Pum 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 pum. And then on defense, bro, this motherfucker know how to play defense at a high level. He block every fucking thing. He play defense at a high level. He's aggressive. He's quick and decisive. He don't do all that fucking dancing like most of these boxers do. So I'm just saying, for me, his aggression on offense and then his defense, his ability to just get in there and just whoop your fucking ass. That's the kind of fighting I like to see. So for me, Benny Diaz, just his aggressiveness. He's not afraid to get to the inside and just whoop your fucking ass. Then he's so fucking big, it's kind of intimidating. Imagine a big nigga coming at you like that. Shit. Better call 911. What's your emergency? So I'm just saying. No, I'm not. I'm being dead ass. You, you gotta start hating
Wait, wait.
AC.
Wait. So
You a hater, AC.
who's your favorite boxer right now?
Benny Diaz.
Oh,
Benny
really?
Diaz. Benny Diaz is that
I thought it was
nigga,
Tank
man.
Davis.
Bro, Tank Davis is ass. That nigga is fucking ass. Tank Davis do a lot of motherfucking. What did I just say, Grinch? I don't like all that dancing. Tank Davis is a big time dancer. I don't fuck with that shit. Benny Diaz, he that dude, man. And AC Picks, you're a fucking hater. Keep hating AC Picks. You want to hop on the panel, but you're talking shit. Shut the fuck up.
Oh shit.
Benny Diaz is that nigga, man. Watching this man box, bro, he fight like me. And I fuck with this shit.
It's Benavides, not Benediaz.
Man, I don't care how you say his motherfucking name. That motherfucker's the motherfucking truth. That's all you gotta know.
Tomato, tomato, huh?
The Mexican monster is the motherfucking real deal. He a real motherfucking monster. He fights like a monster. I see why his nickname is Mexican Monster, because he fights like a motherfucking monster. And you
Nigga looks
can't
like a
win.
monster. He comes
He
at you
box
like a
bigger
monster.
you
Pause.
you can't do shit about it. And he big on top of that. How do you beat that? He big and
And he
quick.
and you also forgot this. He got the longest reach in the 168 division.
You got these long ass arms. You're big as hell. You punch with incredible speed, bro. I see why Canelo ducking. I would if I was Canelo, I would duck too. But I'm bigger than I'm way bigger than Canelo. I'm bigger than Canelo, so I would have a better shot against Benavidez than Canelo. I ain't saying
Oh my
I ain't
god.
saying I'm winning.
Oh my fucking god. I've heard
Grinch,
it all. I've heard it all.
Grinch. I'm not saying that I'm winning against Benavidez.
This shit
What
is
I'm saying is,
crazy, fool.
Grinch. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I would win, but I'm saying I would have a better chance than Canelo because one, I'm bigger, size and height wise.
Wait, you saying you against
I got longer
Canelo?
reach. Huh?
You saying you against Canelo?
I'm saying I would have a better chance against Benavidez for the
No, the
fact
fuck you wouldn't.
okay,
No,
how
the
tall is
fuck you
Canelo?
wouldn't.
How tall is Canelo?
Stop fucking dreaming, nigga.
How
That
tall
nigga,
is How tall is Canelo?
all that
I'm
nigga gotta
basing
do
it
is
off of
hit you
the
one
hold on,
time,
listen,
and you
Grinch, you're
going
not
night night.
listening.
You going night night, nigga.
Grinch, you're not Grinch,
You gonna go to sleep.
you're not Grinch. Once again, you're not listening.
Do you want a bedtime story?
Okay, you know what? I'm
Why
gonna
don't
pull it up.
you go to
Since you
sleep?
since you
Go
won't
to
tell me,
sleep, little boy.
since you won't tell me, I'll just pull it up on Google how tall he is.
Go to
Canelo.
sleep, little boy. It's
Canelo. Let me
past
see.
your curfew time.
I'm about to pull up Canelo's height.
That's how
Canelo
I'm
is
gonna do you,
five.
nigga.
Canelo is 5'8". Mexican monster. Let's look up his height.
AC Picks, quit being a whole nigga and talk on the panel. The hell?
Mexican monster height. Let's see his height. Oh damn! Why won't Benavidez height? Benavidez. Oh, hold on. Benavidez. Hold on. Fuck. How tall is Benavidez, the boxer? Man, I can't even get his name right. Hold the fuck up.
He's 6'2".
Okay, so he's got a lot of inches on Canelo. Benavidez is the same height as Goat Mike, damn near. But I'm taller than Benavidez. I'm 6'3", he's 6'2". So I have an inch on him. Then you got to count this too. I also have more weight than Benavidez as well. So you have to take that into account. Now I'm not saying now, Grant, you're acting like I'm saying I would beat him. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. He's a
Nigga,
professional
where's my
boxer.
popcorn when I need it?
Grant, you're not listening. Grant, you're not. What's the name? AC Picks. Until you hop on the panel, bro, we're not gonna take you serious, bro. Until you hop on, bro, you got no word in this conversation. My thing is this. Grant is acting like I'm saying I'm gonna beat him. I'm not saying I would beat him, but I would still have a better chance for the fact that I have more
Nigga,
height.
he's knocking you out cold first round.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I would pay to see this fight. I would pay.
Benavidez, bro. If Canelo fought Benavidez and then I fought him after, I guarantee you I'm going more rounds than Canelo. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Nigga, the only rounds you doing is on Call of Duty, nigga. What is you
I ain't
talking
gonna let.
about?
Hold on. Listen.
That's the
I ain't
only
gonna let.
rounds you doing.
Listen. I'm not gonna let Benavidez pump me. That's how he wins his fights. Benavidez, all he want to do is box you in the fucking corner, get all aggressive, make you scared and shit. He with all these crazy ass jabs, and niggas can't fight back. No, Go Mike is not going for that shit. I'm gonna be the fucking aggressor. I'm gonna be the one coming in, throwing blow for fucking blow. I ain't gonna let him back my ass the fuck up in the corner. The hell? I finna
Okay,
be the
and
goddamn
okay,
aggressor.
and you're telling me you got his hand speed, combination, defense,
I
defensive
don't need speed.
awareness, IQ, in
I
ring
don't need
generalship.
I don't need speed to beat. I don't need speed for him. I'm gonna hit him with all power, straight power.
You don't
I'm
got
gonna
no
hit his
power. You
ass.
have zero footwork.
I'm gonna hit his ass, bro. I don't need superior footwork to
Oh
beat
my god, I'm
Benavidez.
done. I'm
I
done, man.
don't. I'm gonna smack him in the motherfucker rib with these hard ass fists. I'm gonna punch his ass so fucking hard, it's gonna be damn ridiculous. I'm gonna hit him with combinations, all kind of shit, and I ain't backing up either. Bro. I'm not gonna be like fuck these other boxers running and ducking and shit. No, fuck that. I'm gonna get in motherfucking face and jab his ass the fuck up,
Man, that nigga gonna knock you out so bad he gonna have you rethinking life.
bro. He not gonna be able to hit me hard enough to knock me out. That's the whole thing.
You're gonna be like, what the hell happened? Who
I'm
the
a
fuck
fucking
brought me in the
cave.
ring? What the hell am I
I'm a,
doing right here?
I'm a fucking caveman. The man not gonna be able to hit me hard enough to knock me out. That's the thing. All his punches, I'm eating them bitches straight like that. And I'm throwing bitches. I'm gonna eat his punches and I'm gonna give punches the same fucking time.
Nigga, the only thing you eating is his fucking haymakers, nigga. Left
Bro,
uppercuts, jabs.
he ain't got enough power on them skinny ass arms for me, bro. He don't. He don't got enough power for me, man. He don't. All it's gonna take is my ass to fucking hit his ass one fucking good time in the fucking tempo. He gonna be in the
Can I
motherfucking
ask
ground.
you a question? Go Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, in all seriousness, right?
I'm listening.
How much did you smoke tonight? Tonight?
For one, I don't smoke.
Well, clearly you're on something, nigga. So you better get off
No,
of it, whatever
I'm
it
just
is,
saying the
nigga.
fact. Bennett Diaz will not be able to beat me because I would just be over. I'll be overbearing for him. I would overpower him with just straight speed, fucking muscle, all kind of shit, brains. I'm telling you, to beat Bennett Diaz, you can't let him back you up. That's the key to beating a guy like that. You can't let him back you up, and you can't let him be the aggressor. When you allow somebody else to be the aggressor in a fight, you're gonna lose more times than not. You have to be the aggressor. A lot of Bennett Diaz's fights, he's allowing other. No, he's
Okay,
the
can I
one
ask you a
being
serious
the
question?
aggressor.
Like, into serious talk?
Go ahead, bro. I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
No. I'm kind of switching the conversation, but it's still boxing. I was gonna ask you because right now it's kind of looking iffy. But what's your opinion if Ryan Garcia backs out on this Devin Haney fight?
Oh, come on, though. What? Mike versus Canelo. Mike. Canelo.
Probably in the sewer,
Canelo.
Snoopy.
If Canelo, that's facts. That's totally facts. Snoopy, if he blows up, if he blows up 200 pounds, he could definitely beat Goat Mike. But if he stays,
Bro, Benavides walks at around 210, 220. The only time he fights
yeah,
at
he's too small.
168 is when he has his boxing fights. If he's just walking at the crib, bro, he's 200 easy. But even then, even if he was 168, he'll still beat your ass. No problem.
Man, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight Canelo pussy ass. I want to fight a real man. I'll fight against Benavidez. I want that Benavidez smoke. And I'm telling you bro. I would beat him so bad. He would go from Mexican to black. I'll make his ass turn black. That's how bad I beat Benavidez. I'll make his
Hey,
ass turn from Mexican to black.
hey, y'all tell me when the match is so I can buy me my Goat Mike packs. I'm gonna be smoking on my Goat Mike
You
packs
better
right
have
now.
your popcorn and your Snicker bar. Whenever I fight against Benavidez, hey Grinch, you better be in the first row. I better see your ass in the first row. I don't want to see it the back row. I want to see your ass in the first motherfucking row.
Snoopy, he really is a cruiserweight. Like really, he's a cruiserweight. That nigga is big.
Benedict small ass don't want this work. I give him the big shoulder. I'm telling you,
Hey,
I'm gonna
AC,
give
can you,
his ass
hey,
so
AC,
fucking
hop,
hard.
AC, hop on the panel, man, cause you're the only one that actually knows boxing. Not like this nigga talking that out his ass.
Bro, I'm talking fast. Benedict skinny ass, man. I'm telling you, I would box his ass up so fucking fast. I ain't afraid to go against Benedict. That's the fucking thing. If I had an opportunity to make $5 million to go against Benedict, I would do it. I ain't pussy like Canelo ass. Canelo pussy. I ain't gonna let Canelo. Benedict punk me. Shit, it's not happening. Win or lose, I'm not gonna let him pump me in the fucking ring. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Bro, man, stop it.
I even if I lose to Benedict, the fact that I have the balls to get the fact that I want to get in the
AC,
ring,
hop on the panel, my nigga. I can't deal with this any longer, my
the
nigga.
fact that
Hop on the motherfucking panel. I can't deal with this shit.
here's the one thing about Goat Mike. Goat Mike is fearless. I'm not afraid to get in a ring with any fucking body. Canelo is a fucking bitch. Period. Canelo ain't got the heart of Goat Mike. Canelo's scared to get in a ring with a motherfucker. Goat Mike, I want all the smoke. Period. If you give me the opportunity to fight against anybody or go against anybody, bro, whether it's football, basketball, boxing, baseball, soccer, I don't give a damn. I ain't afraid of none of these bitch ass athletes.
Okay, I got a question for you then. What about what about you in a street fight against John Jones?
Bro, I'm not afraid of no John Jones. Bro, even if I get my ass whooped, bro, I'm still gonna have the balls to get in that ring and box the man. Period. I ain't no pussy. You give me an opportunity to fight John Jones, y'all might get my ass whooped, but guess what? The fact that I got my ass in that motherfucker, I'm gonna get a whole lot of respect.
Nah,
Everybody
nah,
on
I can't
YouTube,
talk no more boxing nation until you get on here, man. I can't
everybody
deal with it.
here's the whole thing. If I fought against John Jones and I lost, do you know how much respect I would get from guys like Ticket, Mookie, bro? A lot of these, even a guy like Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, I would get a lot of respect, big time, big time.
But you're a YouTuber that's blacklisted.
Bro, hold on. You know how many subs Grinch I would have? But my subs would go dummy.
Bro,
That shit would go
you're
dummy.
blacklisted like Gilbert Arenas. So what is he talking about?
I'm not blacklisted. That's cap.
You blacklisted. I don't get no notification. Like your YouTube channel is blacklisted, nigga.
No, it's definitely not blacklisted.
It is, unfortunately.
No, it's not.
I mean, it sucks. What can you do? I mean, make a new channel, start over. I mean,
I'm
I don't think you.
definitely blacklisted.
I don't think you got the heart for that. So,
Here's why people don't get a lot of notifications. I'm tell you the real truth of this. If you don't post enough content, if you don't post, for example, Grinch, when I used to post, remember how back then, Grinch, I used to post content like 4 or 5 times a day. I post like 4 or 5 videos. I would do a daytime live and then I would do nighttime live. Remember that, Grinch? Everybody was getting
I remember
notifications.
those days.
But Grinch, here's what I'm saying though. When I was doing that, wasn't everybody getting notifications? Yes, they was because I was posting so much content. It forced YouTube to push the what they call it the algorithm. If I'm only posting one live per day, you know what I'm saying? YouTube's not gonna push no one live.
But
So,
that, but that's not YouTube's fault. I mean, they just. I mean, if you're
and
not
then
gonna
I'm
make
going live.
videos
Then
and
you
shit, then
account
they're not gonna
this.
promote your shit.
Here's the whole thing, Grinch. You have to post enough content that they feel like okay, we can push this dude because he's posting so much content. But the fact that I'm posting way less than what I was prior, people ain't. It's like
And
once a blue moon type shit.
and listen, if you want more subs, bro, like when you do your YouTube shorts, stop filming out of a potato can. Like get something that's HD so a motherfucker could see.
No, I ain't doing no more shorts because right now my camera's fucked up. I
Thank
can't do
God.
any shorts or lives. I mean, not lives, fuck videos. But here's the thing I'm saying, Grinch. I don't post enough content for it to be pushed. If that makes any sense. All the guys that are getting pushed, they're going live all day, every day, posting a million motherfucking lives and streams. Like FYF, he posted a whole lot of shit. Him, Trudy King, Hitman. There's a lot of channels that's posting a lot of
He's
content.
not blacklisted. That's the problem.
Bro, none of the guys. Okay, so name me one guy that's posted one time out of the whole day, and I'll be quiet. I talk about guys we know. I ain't talking about no
Kareem,
lame ass nigga. Who?
Kareem.
But that's the devil's a lot. But that
That's
man
not a
posted.
lie. I've seen him many
No,
times just post
no,
one
it's
time
not a
a day.
motherfucking lie. Any been
I've
having
seen him
elder.
post one
Hold
time a
the fuck
day.
up. Hold the fuck up.
I've been subscribed to the man's
He
channel for
been
4
having
years.
Branch.
What is he
Listen,
talking about?
Branch. Listen. I'm gonna
I've
eat
been
to
subbed to
you.
him for 4 years, man.
Branch. I'm gonna tell you why he gets subscribers. Have you heard of a guy named Elder? Everybody fucks with Elder. Who is the main guest on Kareem channel? Fucking Elder. And everybody fucks with Elder. That's the thing you don't comprehend. Elder is the one that built that fucking channel. Everybody comes to that channel for Elder. And on top of that, who was
Nah,
the
I'm
female?
not gonna say all that.
Yes, it is facts. And who was the female they had on there? Felicia. Yeah, that girl. Everybody loved Felicia. Bro, you know how many simps was going to that channel just for Felicia? And not just her, it's a couple other females that be hopping on there. Like One Cool P. And there's another one. What's her
Both of them
name?
actually left your channel. Now that I remember.
Bro, once again, bro, Felicia left my channel because me and Bang got into it. So once that happened, she stopped coming over here. Then you forget me and what's the name got into it too. What's the name? Kareem. We started going back and forth.
Salute
Then
Penguin.
me and Lakers started going back and forth. So a lot of people stopped coming over here because they hear say a lot of shit on other channels, and they want to be buddy, kissy huggy. For me, I'm not gonna do that on YouTube. I'm sorry.
Bro, you gotta be careful what you say, bro. They might take it as a diss.
It's not a diss. It's just playing out the facts. You could take it as a diss, or you can take it however you want it. I'm just saying there's a whole lot of people on YouTube that's so friendly with each other. They want to oh well so and so this and so that, but this is YouTube. Ain't no such thing as a diss on YouTube. I don't get that nobody say. If you gonna diss me in real life, who give a damn? You can diss me. You can put as many thumbnails of me having my chapped lips on YouTube all you fucking want. I don't give a fuck. Keep doing that shit. You know why I say that? This is entertainment. At the end of the fucking day, you can diss me, you can not like me. I don't give a fuck. I'm fucking big goat, and that's that. You can take it or leave it. I ain't worried about what no nigga saying. I'm a one man army. I don't have a fucking elder on my page. I don't have a fucking A Wizzy Bang on my page. And look, A Wizzy Bang be having guests on this page, and he making them 4-minute intros and shit. You don't wanna bang. You don't wanna bang. Then you got a ticket. Well, his shit be like, hey, weapons, metal life music, da 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 da. Then you got Mookie shit. Well, you got fireworks in your shit. You got a whole fucking countdown. Then you got to count this too. Most of the niggas that got subs, they got great intro. Look at Lakers and Kareem's intros and shit. Come on, bro. I don't even have a great intro, and I'm still pulling my weight. All these niggas got all these niggas hopping on their page, all because they fanboys of each other, man. This shit is crazy.
You
I
can't
ain't
pay
gonna stop.
$5 for an intro.
Grinch, that's what I'm saying, Grinch. If you had a channel, right? You follow me? You
Okay.
listening? If you had a channel, right? Let's say me and you got into no. What am I trying to say?
Wait, what?
No. I'm trying to. So basically, when me, okay, now get what I'm trying to say now. So basically, let's say Grinch, me and you is boys, right? You hop on my page, I hop on your page. Let's say me and you get into it, right? No, what am I trying to say?
Yo, I'm so
Oh,
fucking confused right now.
hold on. I'm trying to say something. A lot of people stopped coming to my page because me and the host got into it. So what I'm trying to say is, Grinch, is that you're one of the few people that still hops on the page, even though me and somebody else got into it, because I met you on a whole nother platform.
I'm not, but that's the difference. Like here's the thing. For experience, I feel like a lot of people might not come back because like an argument they might have had, but
That's
I don't
soft.
know.
You can really look at that. That's
But
soft.
that's what I was gonna say. It's more like sensitive people. Like for me personally, like you and me argue all the time, and sometimes it gets heated as fuck. But at the end of the day, I still come on the panel because, like, come on, man, like it's the
You
internet,
know,
man.
here's the thing: a lot of people that stop hopping on my page is because they soft, they sensitive, they in their feelings. For me, I'm not gonna start hopping on somebody's page because they said something I didn't like. I'm just not.
Simple. You gotta hold
If
your nuts.
right, if I was going to your page, Grinch, you said things I didn't like, I would still show up. You know why? It's YouTube. You didn't say it to my face. You ain't say it directly in front of me. I don't care
Hey,
what you say on YouTube.
a perfect example is me, bro. How many motherfuckers come up here, bro, and start gaslighting the fuck out of me for no reason, and I still get on this panel and I still hold my fucking nuts, nigga.
It's because you built different. You got that LA toughness. Everybody ain't got the LA toughness, bro. A lot of these niggas are getting their feelings. They get mad and it's I ain't going to his channel because he said this and he said that. Now that's weak. Me and AC Pixon got into it plenty of time, but what AC do? He still pull up, he still show up. Same with you, same with Infamous, same with a lot of people. My whole thing with people is a lot of people are getting their feelings because I said something they didn't like. It's me, this is YouTube. I don't care what niggas say on YouTube. If you ever say it to my face, if you ain't gonna pull up and say it to my grill, who gives a damn? That's why I look at it. I ain't
You just
finna. I ain't
you just
finna.
all you just all talking my standpoint is the way I look at it.
You said what now?
No, I'm just saying like in my point of view, they're just all talk
Yeah, it's just all talk. If I ain't for to come to LA Grinch and say it in your motherfucking face, you shouldn't even care.
because it's not
Period.
gonna happen. We're never gonna see each other.
Right. So what's the point of me getting my feelings because you said this from way across the world, miles away from you? You know what I'm saying? If somebody ain't gonna pull up on you and talk their shit, why care? It's YouTube. I don't care what no nigga talking about.
It's not happening in real life, so why care about it?
A lot of people just saw.
That's why all them motherfuckers left your channel. All them niggas. I,
Even
I,
Cuba.
I'm not gonna name call, but I mean y'all
I'm
know.
no fuck that. I'm fucking name calling. Cuba, you fucking soft. You soft, nigga. Period. Cuba is marshmallows. Soft. I'm calling it straight down the motherfucking middle. Cuba is motherfucking soft.
Who else is on that list?
Wait, what? You soft too. I saw you on Polo talking about Goat Mike this and Goat Mike that. Wait, what? Cuba, Kool-Aid, Lakers, Kareem, fucking Mookie, Amir. It's a plethora of motherfuckers. CB Logic, CWE. There's a whole bunch of motherfuckers that left my channel because they soft.
That nigga Amir was funny as fuck, man.
A lot of these niggas just soft. That's what it comes down to. Too much softness in fucking America. Period. If a nigga says something crazy in my face, I would care then because it's right in front of me. But I ain't for to care what nigga said on the fucking mic. Who gives a damn?
That's female shit. Just like taking something personal and you on the phone talking to another man. Like, come on, man. Why you taking that personal? Y'all don't even live close, damn near 500 miles to each other. The hell?
Shit, nigga just stay talking. Shit crazy. A lot of niggas in they feeling making thumbnails and talking about go
Wait,
mic
wait. Why
chat
Pagan
groups
say
and
that?
shit.
Or why Pagan say that? Go.
A lot
I
of the
mean,
niggas,
I'm not
a
gonna say
lot of
it,
the
but
guys.
I'm just saying.
Here's what I'm saying. A lot of the guys left my channel. They left because they soft. They got in their feelings because I said something they didn't like, and they ran like chickens. I'm not gonna do that. If I like somebody's page, I'm not gonna dictate their page off of saying somebody I didn't like. I'm just not. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, he said this and that. I didn't like this or that. I'm not gonna come back to his page. No, fuck that. If I ride with you, hey Grinch, I'm the kind of nigga. If I ride with you, I'ma ride with you. It don't matter what the fuck you say, what you do. I'ma fuck with you. Once I start supporting you, I'ma fuck with you. Like it's kind of like FYF. Now I don't hop on FYF lives, but I do go over there and listen to a whole lot of the topics. So my thing is this: if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I'm not gonna change up because oh Grant said this, said that. No, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Period. I ain't finna switch up none of that. I don't believe in switching up. I don't believe in this shit. I'm the kind of motherfucker you could be backstabbing the fuck out of Goat Mike, and I still support me. I still support you. You know why? Because once I start with you, I'ma die with you. Period.
Too many insecure men.
The whole bunch of them on YouTube. If this was a generation of ninjas, Goat Mike would have had one case. Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. I would have had well over 1K. Easy. It would have been too easy. There's too
Nigga,
much
I'm
change.
surprised you don't have 10K. I'm surprised.
I go, ain't nobody else putting out as much content as Goat Mike, man. That shit ain't close. I go live one today, but if you look at how much content I've put out and look at the things that I've done, and also my panel, bro, I let guys talk. I don't even be hogging the mic like that. I sit back and let guys do their thing, pretty much.
not anymore.
Bro, I'll be dozing off and I'll be going. Okay, go ahead. I don't even be showing them out like that. But watch most of these channels, like most of these channels is strictly Lakers talk. Who want to hear about the motherfucking Lakers every goddamn day? I'm sorry. I love the Lakers, but man, I can't have a whole debate about them every day. I'm sorry. I can't talk about sports every fucking day. That's boring.
That shit finna fry my brain.
Talking about sports every day after a while should get boring. You gotta have some topics, not it's not sport related. You gotta have some shit that's real.
That's unfortunately true, AC. Unfortunately.
Oh damn, AC, damn AC, AC, why you going in like that? My show is not sports talk. My show is about everything.
Damn, he called you a sports podcaster, basically. Shit.
My channel is not just a sports podcast. We talk about everything. Now the thing is, a lot of people when they come on here, they don't know how to keep it cold when they talk. So I do switch it back to sports. But my thing is this: I try to have content that everybody can enjoy. Period. And I'm consistent. I come on every night. Consistent as hell. 7 days a week, 7 days a Chevy.
This the only, I would say, really YouTube channel where you just get on the StreamYard and just talk. Like all these other YouTube channels, bro, they finna have your ass on minute restrictions, or if you say something wrong, they gonna kick you out.
You gotta pay to
Like
get on. Or you
shit.
gotta pay to get on. There's a lot of times you gotta pay to walk on the motherfucker. What?
But
And
like take it.
you don't be having
Oh, go ahead.
I don't be having the minute restrictions. Oh, you got 2 minutes to talk, go. No, I don't do that shit.
It kind of is contradicting though. Go. You say your channel's not only sports, but you got what's your name, Packers Kingdom podcast. Like it's kind of contradicting.
No, my thing is this. This channel is underrated for that reason. When you watch the thumbnail, right? When you watch the title, you would think it's all sports. You follow me, Grinch? But Grinch, how many times, Grinch, have you saw somebody go live, right, Grinch? You saw the thumbnail, you saw the Packers, but then when you hopped on, it was a whole conversation that was outside of sports. How many times that happened? It's
But
happened a lot.
but hold on. Let me stop you there. But I think that's where you're fucking up because people are just looking at the thumbnail, expecting you know what I'm saying sports talk, but then they hop on it's completely different.
No, that's a no. Here's the whole thing, Grinch.
So you got to start changing your thumbnails and
No,
your titles.
here's the whole thing, Grinch. Whenever you go to a podcast, if you listen to a podcast enough, you should be able to dictate where the podcast is going. Is it all sports? Is this or is that?
But I'm talking about new viewers. I'm not talking about viewers that be
Even
coming in
more, even saying
regularly.
you should never assume, Grant, you gotta think. In today's day, should you assume something? No. In today's day, you should never assume because Tyler says, oh, it's LeBron, it's gonna be LeBron talk. You should never assume that. Whenever you pull up, you gotta think, okay, it says LeBron, but it could be something more interesting. You just don't know. You gotta listen in. I want you to listen into the page. I'm tired of motherfuckers Grinch, I don't believe in just watching the title and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna assume it's this because the title say it." No, I'm gonna hit the link and I'm gonna hear guys out and see what guys talking about. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, because the title says that." Bro. I don't go off of titles. I go off of what I hear. I'm not gonna go off, "Oh, because the title say it." It don't matter what the fucking title say. Hit the motherfucking link, listen in, and see what you hear. Period. Can't be going off the motherfucking link, the title all fucking day.
That nigga paying funny, man.
Go Mike Fitness is my second page. And I got a lot of fitness content on there. So the fuck? And I have a lot of sports content on here too. Grinch. Grinch, how many 1v1s I got on here? Playing sports. Football, basketball, all kind of shit. How many sports
You
lives do I
got
have on the
you
page?
got the you got the 1v1 against the fourth graders. Your 10-year-old cousin. Yeah, I remember those.
I got a bunch of them against DJ. I got a few against Hitman X. I got a couple against neighbors and shit. And then on top of that, Grinch, how many lives do I have talking sports? There's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them.
How many videos do you got in total?
Uh, yeah,
Or I mean live streams, I guess.
videos is 2.8. Videos is 2.8, but I got over 500 live streams. Well over 500. I might have up to 1,000 live streams. So then I'm saying is Grinch, do you have to watch this live right here? No. Well, Mike got a whole lot of content. I got lives, I got videos, I got shorts. There's all kind of content people can pull up and look at. If the live you're watching right now is so boring to you, look at my other lives, shorts, videos, community tab, posts. I got a lot of content. I got a whole lot of content. Do I not, Grinch? I got a whole bunch of content. So there's plenty of
No,
things
you
you can
do.
look at.
I respect that.
So I hear people say, "Oh well, we only got limited content." So Grinch, if you had 2.8 videos, right? Let's say Grinch, you was live, right? But I didn't like the topic y'all was talking about, right? What can I do, Grinch? I can pull up your other content and see if I like that. I ain't gotta watch that specific live. I can go to other shit and look at that.
There you go, Pagan. That's the word I was looking for. Like, don't you think your thumbnails and your titles are like misleading at that point?
If you're looking at the time, if you're looking at the title and the thumbnail, you're looking for an scapegoat to not hit the link. So other words, so what I'm saying, Grinch, if I'm looking at a thumbnail and a title, that means that I don't want to watch your content. That basically means that I want to just look at your thumbnail and
What?
title and dictate whether I should click on it or not. No, hit the motherfucking link and see what it brings.
That's right, AC.
Him and him got his ass toe up.
Too many bitch made niggas, man.
People have short attention spans. That's on them. I don't have a short attention span. If I like something, hey.
Wait, what do you say?
So people have short attention spans. That's true to a degree. A lot of people attention span is short as fuck.
Wait, what you mean by that?
I got an
Short attention
HC.
span.
Bro, the audience had to stop crying, bro. If I go to Grinch's page, I'm not gonna assume that he's talking about LeBron because his title says LeBron. Period.
So you basically saying you want people to go to your channel because they're just down to hear about anything.
I want them to click the link because you know why I say that? Each click I get, that's a view. A
So
person can just watch it for free.
hold on, I get it now. So what you're doing is clickbaiting. That's
I
what you're
wouldn't
doing.
say
You're doing clickbait.
I wouldn't say clickbaiting, but I want you to hit the link.
Wait,
Even if
can your channel like legitimate get taken down for that? Because it kind of is true because of the titles
no,
and the
no,
thumbnails.
no.
It is clickbait.
The whole objective is I need you to hit the link for at least a couple seconds. Even a couple seconds will help. Even a couple seconds. Even 1 second. I don't want you going off the title like, oh well, it's more this or that. No. If you go off the title and thumbnail on this channel, then you're gonna look bad more times than not.
I I could see if it was just a clickbait title, but the fact that you got a clickbait thumbnail too to pair with that, man, that makes it worse.
Man, if people if people open their eyes and come to the channel, there's a whole lot of content, bro, to look at. There's plenty of content to look at. I don't go off of thumbnails or titles. I don't go off of that. Whenever I go to a channel, I'm looking at what's being said and do I like it or not. I'm not going off of the thumbnail. Period. If all you care about is the thumbnail and the title, you shouldn't even be on YouTube in the first place. If that's the case.
I mean, if you want to blow up, shoot, you definitely got to change the ways.
If you want to blow up, you gotta just keep grinding, and things will change. That's all it comes down to. I just gotta keep grinding, keep putting in that work, and things gonna change. Period. That's all it comes down to. I gotta stay grinding. I gotta stay hungry. I ain't finna change who I am because success ain't coming to me as fast as I want it to. No, fuck that. I'm gonna keep going hard in the motherfucking paint. Period. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from going hard in the motherfucking paint. Might not go out of the way to please nobody. You goddamn right. Period.
That nigga is a lone soldier.
When Doris came in and fell right back out. Sleepy ass.
But where LaFonso at? Texas?
That nigga probably sleep.
A nigga AC too scared to get on the panel too. I mean,
HC is pussy, man. We all know that.
that nigga made a pussy juice.
Hey,
You hear me,
LaFonso, man, you
AC?
sleep?
You made a pussy juice. You hear me, AC? Straight pussy juice, nigga.
You sleep with LaFonso? We on live baking. Me and Grinch has been cooking a little bit. You sleeping? Um,
Yeah, that's why you haven't seen me a lot on there. Last through, well, at least we've been up here. I think since we've been up here since last Wednesday. Um, Nobody, it ain't no bad terms while we up here. We just came on vacation. But yeah, I was definitely gonna be hopping back on there on Thursday because we've been just mingling with family here, man, and hanging out. And I got tons of family here, so we've been going to see everybody up in Jackson and all that. So yeah, that's why you haven't saw me on because usually I've been beat up at night and we've been going to bed early.
I feel
But
that.
I did see you had. I was gonna send you a text to say that to let you know. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. We've been up here in Michigan, my old town, and we stopped in Minnesota for a little while. That's where my wife's from. Then we came to Michigan, and we here till Thursday. Then we head back to Colorado after Thursday.
Dang.
Thursday morning. Yeah, that'll be a 16-hour drive.
Ooh, that's pretty long there.
Oh yeah, it is, especially with 3 kids. We're gonna try to do like we did on the way here. We made it through without having to stop. So we have to stop for a hotel. Then that's another day. We gotta wait to get home because I'm ready to get home.
I feel that, man.
Yeah, that's why you haven't seen me on there. Because I'm still gonna be hopping on there once we get back home. I'll be on there every night.
When you want I actually need to go on vacation myself, man. I ain't been on vacation in years, man. So I hope to get on one.
Yeah, man, it's good. What we do is we trip once a year, man. I go 2 or 3 times to Michigan, but with my family, we try to go once a year to where we go to Minnesota. We see all her family. She got a mom and dad in Colorado, but the rest of her family is in Minnesota. Then we go to Michigan from Minnesota to see my family, and then normally we'll drive back home after that. But we try to go like as often as we can. But we was due for one, so we decided to go. And then my kids, when we go, they just do school online till they get back. Yeah, so that's why you haven't seen me on there, man. I ain't forgot about y'all. Trust me. I just been too busy to get up. Family up here. We've been flying all around. But, we got family in Flint, Jackson. We was gonna stop through Ohio on the way back because I got some family up there, but we probably won't even do that because I gotta get back home at least by Thursday. I'm hoping to get back home at least by Thursday or Wednesday midnight or Wednesday morning. 1 or 2 in the morning.
Dang,
how's it been going on there?
Man, we've been I've been having certain guys, pulling up. I mean, Grinch and Doors been holding down a lot. Some nights it's Grinch, some nights it's Doors. HE been walking his dog every day, so he ain't been on. Texas ain't been on either.
Oh, Texas hasn't been on?
Yeah, Texas HE hasn't been on in about a couple of days, almost a week. The only people been showing up is Grinch and Doors.
Definitely be on.
And X-Men came on for the first time in months. Cuba avoiding me now.
Cuba.
Yeah, Cuba
Yeah,
has gone ghost on me. So
I'm surprised Texas hasn't been on because Texas called me. I think it was on Friday, but I was up here. I hadn't had a chance to even get back with him yet. But I figured Texas would definitely be online because he's always online.
yeah, he must have been doing something, but it's not
Yeah.
it's not a whole lot to touch on because a lot of stuff is down right now besides basketball.
Right. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't been on because I haven't talked to him in a while. But
And,
yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be definitely getting. I'm hoping to get on. It might be. It'll probably be Thursday because if I can do it right, man, I'm actually hoping to leave here. I'm actually hoping to leave here. I said Wednesday. I meant Friday. We'll get home Friday, but I'm actually hoping to leave Wednesday. I've already talked to my wife and said, look, we need to leave Wednesday. So I'm hoping to be home. I'm hoping to leave here like tomorrow morning around 4 in the morning, and that way we can get home Wednesday at a decent time. That's what I'm hoping. The plan was to be here till Thursday, but I mean we didn't get everything, but we didn't start Spanish. So, yeah, pull out. We have Miami sleeping on the couch here. And I'm down on this couch, but yeah, man, I'm hoping to be able to pull up out of here at least by then, because I would love to get home on Wednesday. I need to get. I've been. It's fun coming and visiting, but I just been up and tired, man, of being up here. Really. Normally when I come by myself, I'll just spend like a day or two, and then I'll catch a flight back. But yeah, we just decided to drive so we can sightsee and all that and stop in Minnesota. So you'll probably see me on there Wednesday.
all right, man. And enjoy the rest of your vacation, man. We'll see when you can pull up, man.
All right, man. I'll probably be like I said. I'll probably be pulling up for sure on Wednesday's show because I'm like I said. I'm hoping we can probably pull out of here tomorrow, and get home. So yeah, I got to get back home. But yeah, I miss getting online and all that right now. But yeah, I'll pull up, man, on Wednesday, and we got to go out. We waking up tomorrow. And we just going to the last. We're gonna go to. Everybody's going to breakfast, and then yeah, everybody's gonna go to breakfast because I'm actually. I told you I'm trying to get everything done so we can get out of here. We've seen everybody, so do all this little breakfast stuff and get going. I'm actually hoping to get going after breakfast tomorrow. I just got to see how it goes. As long as I don't put them in, like, hey, before you leave, we got to, do this or that. So,
Right.
That's what I'm hoping.
Right.
It's like what? It's like a 2-hour difference here in Colorado. It's 2 hours ahead.
Right.
So in Colorado, it's probably 12 something. This what? Yeah, it's like 12:30, I believe. Here it's like 2:30. So anyway, yeah, you should see me on there, man, by Wednesday for sure. Then once you see me, I'll be on every. I'll be pulling up for sure.
All righty, man. Well, enjoy the rest of your vacation, man. Drive safe.
For sure, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and let everybody know I should be pulling up, man, on Wednesday. If y'all don't see me Wednesday, then I'll be pissed off at myself. But I should be pulling up on Wednesday night because I think we're gonna leave tomorrow. So look for me on there tomorrow Wednesday night.
All righty. We'll definitely look forward to it. Be safe now.
All right, go. We'll talk to you.
All right, you too, man. Stay blessed.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
God bless.
God bless. Goat Mike, did you see Cam Newton getting jumped? You saw it, Grinch? Grinch. Well, Grinch sleep like usual.
No, work is 24/7 on 420 HPOB Boulevard, but normally the masses go back to work on a Monday. So happy work day, and I just call it Money Making Monday, right? Go and make that little money. First is coming up. You know, it's a short month, so get y'all funds, get y'all shit together, man. Take care of that household, you know. But we here waking back, man. Let's see who's in the motherfucking building first. Shout out to my boy Zane Strong, Madden Champion of the Week. That's right. Hell yeah. What's the word? Bird is the word, you know, or Thunderbird. You hear me? So shout out to Zane Strong, man. We got it in, man, on Madden this weekend. Just a one-off. Tough game. Zane brought it. He brought it. But in higher point of view fashion, comeback victory. I had to take it to overtime to win. 13-13, y'all. Tied up. So it was only one score and 2 field goals. You know what I'm saying? That's how tight it was. Me and Zane starting to know each other's game and shit. He's starting to know where I'm going with shit. I'm starting to know where he's going with shit. But yeah, man, that's what's up. So shout out to Zane. But yeah, I won 16-13, man. Overtime. He got the ball first, man. He tried to go and score, and I think I picked it off. It was 4th and like 4 or something, and I picked it off. Possibly Darnell Savage. And then, you know, I just drove it down the field. I couldn't score. Then I took the field goal. Game over. But shout out to my boy Zane Strong. Mahalo, man. G-Pack is in the building. Top of the morning, definitely. Shout out to my boy TR. Oh, well, shit. You know, that's what most people do in the morning as soon as they get up. You know what I'm saying? TR funny. Shout out to Ernie Martinez. Good morning, man. Shout out to Brandy Lewis. Yes, we do. We so much Packer fans that we just both pick the Packers. But there was a time where we say, all right, Zane, you pick a different team. And then again, deaths are devastating. Y'all know I have me a little dark time, bro. The past 2 years, man, it just seemed like death after death after death. You know what I'm saying? Can't get used to that shit, or can you? You know, it's becoming numb. But yeah, I would ask all the...
Should the Lakers resign Bron for 3 more years? Hell yes.
Background questions and all that shit. So
yes, Pagan, they should. Yes.
Shout out to Ernie. Oh yeah, the worst NFL team, TR, would crush the best college team. Now, if you get all the All-Americans against the worst NFL team, I don't know. But again, most NFL teams are filled with All-Americans. You know, there's levels to this shit. But great question. Something I always like wonder, like, man, could some college niggas come up and beat? Nah, different game, man. You come from being a student to motherfuckers got to take their bitch out for summer. They got to take their side bitch out for a trip. They got mortgage to pay. They having hella kids out there. They got to get their jewelry. You know, they got to get their 3-4 cars. You know what I'm saying? That is enough incentive for them to go out there on the field and whoop some ass. You got some college grad students. Hey, I love football. I'm not good enough, but, you know, I'm good enough to make this squad at XYZ college. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got on that. Yes, it's hard to keep up. So let's stay on subject, you guys. Derek Ansley. All right, so I would say his claim to coaching fame came at Alabama, where he was a pass, again, DB coach, pass coordinator, whatever you want to call it. 2013, Alabama was 64th in total pass defense. That's when he first got there. 2014, 44th. That's like 20 places different. His second year there. His third year there, 32nd. So when you look at this dude's track record, just like Hafley, not only has he been a lot of places, but he's been good at a lot of places. And we're going to go over that shit. Shout out to my boy House of Red Wine. KHTV in the motherfucking building. Shout out to King Howie. Definitely new blood usually brings more energy. I agree with you, Dave. Not only that, but I told you guys, when you're a top-notch player like Rashawn Gary, who the fuck he got to prove something to? Nobody, right? He is known as a top-notch pass rusher in this league. Well, hello, he got a new D coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Hafley ain't seen, all he can see is what Rashawn did on film. He haven't seen what Rashawn could do in the flesh. So again, listen, I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. I'm not trying to act like I was just some big old, I was a stud though. Like I put in work. The numbers is out there if you really want to dig deep and do the research. But yeah, man, I've changed. Like whenever new coaches come in, they don't know shit about you. Especially in like high school and college, like you literally got to prove to them. At least in the NFL, had a few big contracts. There's a lot of film out there on you, and the word gets around in the NFL. So I've been a part of a team who got new coordinators, new this and new that, and I'm just letting you know, as a player, you're going to go the extra mile to impress them. So that's happening. Back to Derek Ansley at Alabama. I already said, he went from 64th his first year, 44th his second year, 32nd in his last year at Alabama as a D-backs coach, man, and that's total pass defense. He has to have a lot to do with that, okay? That's one. Talk about coaching good players and putting good players in position. He coached Marlon Humphrey, All-American. He coached Minkah Fitzpatrick. He had 2 awards the year that Coach Ansley had his hands on him.
What makes a trip unforgettable?
Episode of the Packs What She Said podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Maggie Loney, joined as always by Perry Goldstein, and a little bit of exciting news in Packer land. If you're listening to this on Friday, February 23rd, that means that yesterday, Jeff Hafley was officially introduced as the defensive coordinator at Lambeau Field, had his first kind of introductory press conference, and then Matt LaFleur also spoke. So some really nice things came out of that. Obviously, I don't think anything too earth-shattering or too groundbreaking, but fun to hear him kind of introduce himself, talk about what it's been like to be at Lambeau, called it the Mecca of football, and said that it was nice to get to actually like dive into film, because that's one of the things when you're a head coach in the college sphere is, you're always being pulled in different directions. So really nice to kind of get the snippets of him talking about how great it's been to just come in and study the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. He seems really happy to be back as a coordinator and not have to do, like you said, all the head coaching type things. And I feel like there's only so much you can glean from these early days, right? Like I have no idea what kind of coordinator he's going to be. He talked a little bit about the kind of scheme he wants to run and all that jazz. Wonderful. It's more like the energy that you get. And he just seems excited and, energized to be at Lambeau. I mean, not everyone wants to, this is not everyone's like ideal job, but you could tell for Jeff, like this was the ultimate landing spot. And that's all you can ask for when someone takes, a coordinator position at your organization, for him to be like so excited to come to work every day and have it be like walking through the hallowed halls of one of the most storied franchises. And also I think it seems like him and Matt are going to have a really nice relationship, very like respected, collaborative relationship. So I don't know, only good things, positive things out of this initial press conference. So
yeah, yeah, exactly. And I don't think he said anything that was like, earth shattering in the sense that like he basically said 4-3, 3-4, nickel, whatever you're in, like you need your guys to be successful, like saying all of the right things. I think it's going to take a bit for us to see all of that, see if things look different maybe in the preseason, but yeah, it's going to be a while, but still nice to actually like have him formally introduced, hear from Matt a little bit, and just get kind of a sense that he is in the building working. It'll be curious to see, like, as we get moving, if we, when we get into draft talk, the combine's coming up next week, of course, if the Packers maybe look in certain directions, but that's what we're here to talk about today, right? We're going to take a look at the defensive side of the ball since we got done grading the offensive side of the ball last week. So why don't we just get started right away with the defensive line? Let's start in the front and work our way back. What are your thoughts on the Packers D-line as it stands?
The D-line is so funny because it has historically been a position group where I feel like every off season it's always like we need more help, we need more depth, And this is the first off season where I feel very confident about the starters on the defensive line and the depth of the defensive line, right? You have your bona fide starters in Kenny Clark and Devontae Wyatt, who I think still needs to take another next step, but had a really nice end to the season. And then you have, TJ Slayton and Carl Brooks and Colby Wooden kind of coming in at that depth positions. And TJ Slayton, I think, is exactly who you expect him to be in that like rotational depth piece. And both Carl Brooks, I think both those guys, you don't know if they're edge D line. So I'm putting them. The Packers list them as defensive edge. So I'm going to talk about them as defensive edges, but really nice depth pieces, like young guys who can, I think, still develop and made splashes in their first year as starters. So obviously still fill in if they wanted to take someone in the draft, if they wanted to add a piece, you can always get another rotational player. And I would love to see Kenny not play, 90% of snaps and keep him fresh and keep him playing even longer. I know the joke is that Kenny's already played 15 years in the league. He hasn't year 8, but keep him playing as long as possible is one of the best nose tackles in the league. But I feel like this line is in a really nice place for this new defensive coordinator to come in and do some damage with. So I actually put this as kind of like a B+, A-, from what they've done on the field and also with the kind of potential that they could get better. Next season.
Yeah, B+ is exactly where I was leaning. You see Kenny Clark, Mr. December, always continues to ascend, especially at the end of the season. And then, like you said, TJ Slayton kind of has like the one role, the one job. It's what you'd expect, but he is getting better at it. Devontae Wyatt has looked really good. I think Carl Brooks and Colby Wooden are both exciting, especially when you think about like Colby Wooden probably putting on a couple more pounds too. He obviously had the quieter of the two as far as his rookie season, but both players that are gaining NFL weight, now have NFL experience under their belts. It's a room where the arrow is pointing up for sure, but it's also a room where I wouldn't be surprised if they take another player, especially if like a Jenkins or somebody they like kind of slides, even on day 2 with one of those premium position or one of their premium picks, just because, D-line is kind of always something that they're looking at. And if the
What is up, everybody? Welcome into an all-new episode of the Pack a Day podcast. I am your host, Andy Herman. You obviously an athlete, but that presence that he had in that first press conference was just different. It's somebody that you could clearly tell has been a head coach in the past, that has been the CEO of an entire organization, and now he just gets to be, to your point, Perry, and what he clearly wants to be is the CEO of just the defense. He doesn't want to have to do all of that other stuff. You could tell how excited he was just to be watching tape again. And that was exciting for me just to hear him I'm just diving in. And I'm you could tell he was like a kid in a candy store all over again, just based on that. So that presence aspect of it is I think what really stood out. And then I joked last year towards the end, I'm Joe Barry just basically needs to pull a full George Costanza and just do the opposite of every instinct that he has, because if every instinct that he has is wrong, then the opposite must be right. And I said it mostly kind of jokingly, but if we're looking for the opposite of Joe Barry, well, hello, Jeff Hafley. This is the opposite of Joe Barry. And that is, again, more aggressive, more pressing, more single man, more like, we're not just going to, like he literally said in his presser, we're not just going to sit back and let people think. And I don't think he was trying to make it as like a, audit of what Joe Barry did, but it like very much like, oh, that's the exact opposite of what the last regime did. I'm just so excited to see a different direction, a more aggressive style. And of course, like there's pros and cons to every style of system, but I'm ready to live with the pros and cons of this style of system, ready for something different. I couldn't be more excited. I was so impressed by that first press conference.
They like taste like cleaning them, but they don't even want to.
Needles, essential for sewing bear, but maybe not for people with rheumatoid arthritis.
Ready for something different. I couldn't be more excited. I was so impressed by that first press conference.
Yeah. It's just a wait and see now.
It is. And that's a great point too. Like nobody is crowning anyone. Nobody's saying he's the next great defensive coordinator. You can't win anything in your first press conference. You can't win anything in a hire. Now is like it's the beginning. Now all the hard work starts and we'll see what they ultimately do. Now that he's in hand and they've got new coaches, but I think there's going to be a level of excitement and I think there's going to be a significant change in scheme, personnel usage, all of it, which is really what everyone's been asking for this entire time. All right, before we also jump into our main topic, I wanted to ask you guys one more question. We are now heading into the thick of the offseason and you've got free agency coming up. You've got the draft coming up. There's going to be some releases. What is sort of your blueprint or plan, or like just maybe a couple bucket item lists that you'd really like to see the Packers achieve as they go through this offseason? Alex, I'll start with you on this one.
Yeah, I probably should have learned my lesson over the course of every offseason when I get my hopes up that we'll take a big swing in free agency. But damn it, Andy Perry, this is the year I want to see Goody finally take a big swing in free agency, whether that's to address the safety position, which, by the way, that's a bucket list item, address the safety position early and often between free agency and the draft. But I would love to see him take a big swing. Like back in 19 when he signed the Smiths and Amos, those were some fun swings. I don't know how big they were in terms of a, holy smokes, we got this guy swing. So I would love to see them bring in a big free agent, which I don't think Goody has really done yet in his tenure, unless I'm blanking on somebody. Otherwise, it's just filling some of the holes. As we talked about the last time the three of us got together, is this team's in a really good spot. We talked about the D coordinator position as an appealing position, right? Which I don't know is always the case. So attack linebacker, attack safety, get some depth on the offensive line, whether that's in free agency and in the draft. But this thing's in a good spot. The championship window is open. So make the right moves. I don't know that's the good news is there's not a ton of moves to make. There's a few that I'd like to see them make, which includes a big swing in free agency, which is number one on the bucket list.
Harry, before we jump to you, I just want to say, I think Zadarius Smith was a pretty aggressive swing in that first one. And I would also argue that both Adrian Amos and Preston Smith were also significant swings in his first year. So
for sure.
I think all three of those would qualify, especially Zadarius. But I think things have just changed from then, from what they had to deal with from a salary cap standpoint, really from when they made all of those signings. He just kind of went and like spent everything all at once. And then after that, it was sort of maintaining the roster. But I do think he's going to have some flexibility. I don't think we're going to see anything in the 17 mil per year, which is, I think, what Preston got in that range, what Zadarius got in that range that first offseason. But I think somewhere in the Amos range, where I think was like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 million a year. I think that's well within the realm of possibility. I'm not saying like 3 or 4 of them again, like he did that year.
Right.
But I think 1 or maybe 2 is at least within the realm of possibility.
Yeah. The other thing with him, though, is, and I'm not complaining by any means, right? But we just haven't seen that since. But he's made his money on the low risk, high reward moves. He's made so many of them that have worked out. The ones that haven't were low risk. They didn't really matter. And that's what made him so special during his tenure as a GM. So I'm not knocking him by any means, but I just love to see a big swing this offseason.
Totally get it. Perry?
I think there's a pretty clear blueprint this offseason. You know, there's a couple of restructures that need to happen. Aaron Jones, potentially Preston Smith, if they want him back. There's a few unfortunate releases that I think need to happen, and or like non-bringbacks, if you will. Like, Devondre is, I think, on that list. Darnell Savage being a big question mark. Like, there's some things that need to get answered in terms of like the current roster that need to happen before they make any decisions. I agree around free agency, but I only see the Packers making like one move. I think like given the cap and
what makes a trip unforgettable? It's hard to say.
Given the cap and just who they are, I don't see it being anything more than that. I'd love to see them bring Keyshawn Nixon back, even if it's just as a returner, like 1 year, potentially 2 year deal. I mean, he was an all-pro this past season. So if there's one guy in free agency I'd love for them to bring back who's on their current roster, and then one swing in free agency. I agree with you, Alex. I'd like it to be safety. I think this season is going to be, they do this quite often, right? They double dip free agency and then the draft. And I think this season it's got to be at safety, right? Bring in one big free agent at safety, draft a safety, although it's not a great draft for safety, but that room's like virtually empty. So they're going to have to fill it some way. And they tend to do the double dip free agent draft. So that's kind of what I see them doing in terms of free agent swing. If not, I think inside linebacker might be the other option, but I think it's just going to be one major one, just given where they are monetarily, and then bringing back Keyshawn Nixon. But this is going to be another year where it's heavy draft. The new guys on the team are going to be the draft. They have the capital. They have it, in the top 50, top 90, if you will. So it's going to stay young as it should, and it worked out right this past season. But that's kind of, I think, what the blueprint is. Like restructures, figure out who's on the team currently, maybe go re-sign, go out and get someone new, and then just really focus on the draft.
I think there could not only be a double down. I think there could be a triple or quadruple down at safety. Legitimately, it would not shock me if they wanted to go into this season with like Anthony Johnson Jr. as like the fifth, and like Zane Anderson and Benny Sapp battling for like a special teams safety spot. And legitimate, and maybe one of those is bringing back a Rudy Ford or a Jonathan Owens or a Darnell Savage. That's within the realm of possibility. But like they need bodies significantly at that spot. And I think you could see not only a free agent signing, I think you could see 2 or 3 draft picks at safety. And we have seen Goody primarily focus on positions that are stronger in the draft when, given the opportunity, which maybe means he does have to, double dip at safety and free agency. And again, maybe that's an outside guy and an inside guy that's already here. But I think they're going to want to go into the draft with flexibility, but they need bodies there. But outside of safety, which is the clear and obvious, like you just cannot go into the season with Anthony Johnson Jr., Zane Anderson, and, Benny Sapp. Yeah, you just can't do that. So outside of safety, which is a clear and obvious, they're going to have to add some bodies there. I'm going to go in 2 different directions. The first is this team needs a legit Aaron Jones backup. I think one of the big things that we learned from last year is they need a guy like Aaron Jones to really spark that offense. And when AJ Dillon was in, quite frankly, it just wasn't good enough. I'm not saying that AJ Dillon can't be a usable NFL player in some situations, but if Jones is out, he does not bring that same spark. He does not bring that same playmaking ability, and that playmaking ability just opens up everything: the play action game, the receiver's ability down the field, and then obviously just getting plays from the running back position in and of itself, not to mention that Jones can win in the passing game as well. So I think adding a legit number 2 running back who has the ability to be a playmaker, because we know, they're not going to give Jones, 50 snaps a game. That's just not what they do. And we know that he's probably going to have some games where he doesn't play at this stage of his career. And I just think it's super important that they get that guy. And then the other one I'll say is, I want to keep seeing this offensive line bolstered as much as possible. I'm already very much to the point where if Jordan Love is protected with all of these weapons on offense, this team's going to put up legitimate points. But as I've mentioned on here on numerous occasions, right now, I feel comfortable with the 5 starters that they're going to be able to put out there week 1 if nothing changes. But you're an injury away from Jordan Love having to constantly drop his eyes, from the run game not being as good, from pressure being a major issue, from not being able to hit some of those plays down the field because you've got somebody that's substandard where you have to legitimately change your offense because of it. I want more competition. I want more depth, and I want more talent on that offensive line, because if you give 10 time, good night, they're going to put up a lot of points.
Yeah, I agree with you on both of those. I think I pictured them doing both those things in the draft. do.
I don't think that's that's well within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think the Aaron Jones replacement / backup conversation is a really interesting one, right? Like, there is a possibility AJ Dillon's back. I don't think it's a high possibility, but it is still out there. It's just not a long-term solution like I think all of us are looking for at that position this offseason.
Well said.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a running back higher than we think they are.
So you think day 2 is that like early day 2 is what you're thinking?
I think day 2,
I do.
period.
Okay.
I mean, whether it's, because they're going to have 2 picks in the second, 2 picks in the third. I'd be surprised if they got to day 3 and had not addressed running back yet. And again, free agencies before the draft, so maybe it's via free agency. But if they get to day 3 and haven't addressed running back in some capacity yet, I'd be pretty shocked.
Yeah, I would guess that's almost exclusively a draft solution, right? Like, I don't think they're going to dip their toe unless it's still in free agency. So that is a position that's really intriguing to me this offseason. I mean, it's probably priority, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. But it's a fun one. It's one I'm very intrigued to see if they wait till day 3. If it's an early day 2 thing, we will see. Wait and see once again.
I actually think it's a higher priority than.
If you're moderate,
See once again.
I actually think it's a higher priority than 3, 4, 5. I think it's a really high priority because look at this offense. I mean, offensive line is maybe up there too, Andy. And it's funny because we'll get to that when we get to our main topic. So I don't want to dive too far into offensive line, but like, if you look at this offense as a whole, it's pretty rock solid, right?
Yep. Except
the running back 2 position. Like, that is like the kind of like one hole. And quite frankly, like, look, Aaron Jones is phenomenal, and he does not look like he has lost a step by any stretch of the imagination. However, he missed a ton of time this season, right?
Yep.
And he is nearing 30. Like, he is not going to get a big extension. We do not know like when the drop off is going to hit. So you need to find that backup now. Like, you know how that old adage of like, you never take a quarterback when you need one. Like, I kind of feel like this is the moment. It's like, you never take a running back when you need one. Like, take a running back now.
I think, we always talk about the Packers succession plan at quarterback and how they've gone. I could see, and you talked about earlier, Perry, them double dipping at certain positions. I think they could very much follow the Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones, Devontae Mays draft, where they drafted a guy in the 3rd, a guy in the 5th, and a guy in the 7th, and just said, I don't care which one turns out. Maybe the guy in the 5th or the 7th is the best one. I don't really care. But they've got Jones already. And then if you go into the training camp with Jones, a 3rd round pick, a 5th round pick, a 7th round pick, and Emmanuel Wilson, I feel pretty good about where you're at from a running back standpoint. And they have enough picks. They're going to have 11 picks total. You get a guy on day 2, 2 guys on day 3. Totally cool with that. It's not a super strong running back draft either, but that's okay. Like, these guys come out of nowhere all the freaking time, and I'm a million% okay with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Love it.
How in the heck are you guys so freaking easy to talk to that we're 20 minutes in and we haven't even remotely touched on our main topic yet?
It's been a month, Andy. We have a lot to get on.
Stupid how easy it is to talk to you guys. All right, so Perry, since you wanted to start spoiling our main topic anyway, I will start with you on this one. We're each going to give 3 breakout candidates, and then we'll go through 1 regression candidate each, which means we can't copy one another's. We have not discussed this ahead of time, so we each have backups if needed. I think one of the hardest parts of this topic, I've been thinking about this topic for a couple weeks, and whether or not the hard thing about this topic is the whole team is a freaking breakout candidate. Like, literally the team is made of breakout candidates. So we could go in a million different directions here, but Perry, I will give you pick number 1.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay. I don't know if mine is going to surprise anyone, so whatever. But my breakout candidate is Tucker Kraft. And I mean, I guess it just shouldn't be a surprise because the entire second half of his season was kind of his breakout moment, and I just see it continuing. But his stats don't jump off the page, right? And I think it's just because the first half of his season was, just him getting used to offense, not really being used because they utilized Luke Musgrave. But like, you just look at the second half of his campaign, 31 receptions, 355 yards. All right, but he's starting to get targeted. He's starting to really come on in the blocking game. But the stat that gets me there is he had more yards after the catch, more yak this season than both Kittle and Kelsey.
Wow. That's a heck of a stat.
That's a stat.
So I just like his progression and his ability to get yak was right up there with the best of the best. So I think he's right there about to break out this next season, especially when the whole offense is healthy and he can be utilized amongst everyone, Musgrave on the field as well. Exciting.
I don't want to do this on every one because we'll be here forever if we do, but Tucker Kraft was number 2 on my list. Tucker Kraft had a plus 4.35 grade for me, which was the 8th highest grade on the entire team. And he didn't even start playing until basically like the second half of the season. I could not be more geeked about what I saw from Tucker Kraft on the field last year. Like, I've had to try to temper my own expectations because my expectations are like completely unreasonable for how great I think he can be. I'm so excited. And I think he's absolutely going to continue to take off. He is it. And I don't even have words for it. I'm so stoked for him.
Yeah,
Alex, he was 2 on your list too.
He was 2 on my list as well. Yeah, he's a ridiculously fun candidate. But to your point, when we started this, Andy, right? Like, I think by nature, all of us are very optimistic at the end of February about what this team's potential is in 2024. So the regression part of this list was very, very hard. The breakout candidate part of this list, ridiculously easy. But Tucker Kraft also my 2.
All right, Alex, who's number 1 on your list?
I stayed with the offense, wide receiver position. I'm going Dontavian Wicks. I'm so chuffed about his potential coming up, right? Like, he had a really nice rookie season. He came on late. I don't know if he was the guy we were all expecting to look at the end of the season and say, yeah, that's probably our best pure wide receiver. Only 600 yards, 4 touchdowns in the regular season. Obviously had the touchdown as well against Dallas in the postseason.
Man, Doris, hop on the panel, bro. Doris, hop on the panel and tell me how they deadly, bro.
Just love his ability. I love his ceiling. I mean, we've talked about him plenty over the last couple of months. He is a stud, and I think he's going to put himself over the top next year. I think we'll truly view him as the best receiver on this team after 2024. He's my 101. Yes.
Really?
Yes,
you think he's going to be the best on the team?
Yes.
Also, I love how you're like only 600 yards. Like, I didn't think that. I didn't know if any receivers.
Did I say only? Yeah, I was going to say, did I say only? I don't know that I meant only, but it felt like he had a giant season. He did in terms of a rookie year.
Also for a 5th round pick rookie, like he was number 3 on my list. So
he was number 9 on my list only because I already think he's the greatest wide receiver to ever play the game of football. So I just like, to me, like, he already almost like broke out in my heart. So that's where I was at with Dante. Like, not to be list because I think he can get better, but I'm so enamored with him already. Yeah, I don't know.
Best separation in the league. Best separation in the league.
Separation sensation. He's amazing. I'm going to stick with wide receiver, and unfortunately, I'm going to regurgitate some stats from a podcast I did a couple days ago, but I'm going with Bo Melton. I do not believe that Bo Melton is a flash in the pan. I do not believe that this is just some random practice squad fun story in the last 3 weeks of the season. This team had to win every game at the end of the season to get into the playoffs, and they're going with Bo Melton heavy in the final 3 regular season games. In those final 3 regular season games, he goes 15 for 211 and a touchdown during that time frame, which if you expand in a 17-game season is 85 for 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns. Now, again, super small sample size. I know that. It's very clear and obvious. Caught the touchdown in the divisional round game against the 49ers. He was my highest graded player per play of anyone on the team last season. He was PFF's 2nd highest graded player on the team last season. Like, that is how good I think he can become. He is insanely fast. He is insanely talented. He lived in the middle of the field. He lived down the field. He did run after the catch stuff. He did stuff behind the line of scrimmage. I don't think he's just a gadget guy. I think they found a legitimate starting caliber wide receiver off of the Seahawks practice squad, pulled him up to end the season, and he's now a dude. I think that is where he's at, and I don't think he's going to slow down. This is another guy I'm extremely excited about. I know the wide receiver position is going to be really, really tough because they've just got so many freaking dudes, but I'm all in on the Bo Melton bandwagon, and I am not getting off.
Wow.
You are his number 1 fan. You have
Big
been
Bo Melton guy.
You have been like conductor of the Bo Melton train since day one.
There was a tweet that I had before they picked him up off of the practice squad from Seattle. I forget I think I was asking for them to release Sammy Watkins, and I think I said something to the effect of, you need to go in any other direction. And I said, whether it's promoting someone from your own practice squad, picking up Bo Melton from the Seahawks practice squad, or signing Tom Grassi. Those, I think, so literally like my tweet. But like, I literally was like already calling for Bo Melton to come to Green Bay and replace Sammy Watkins. And yeah, it's worked out amazing. So yes, I've been a fan for a while, but I was so impressed with how he played last year.
Yeah. All right,
We're gonna go in reverse order. So I get to do number 2 this time, and then Alex will get number 2. I'm gonna make this one quicker. I'm sticking on offense. I'm going Luke Musgrave. We talked about Tucker Kraft. Luke Musgrave isn't even like familiar with his own body yet and what his body can be. The favorite clip of the entire season is Matt LaFleur saying that Luke Musgrave didn't stumble or whatever, trip, whatever he said. Like, it was so amazing. But I think he's still legitimately learning when he needs to accelerate, when he needs to just sort of jog through things. I thought his run after the catch ability got better. I thought his breaking tackle ability got better as the season went on. And as a blocker, don't think he's ever going to be that guy, but he's a get in the way guy and he gives effort. And that's all I can ask for a guy that's a little bit wiry and a little bit just tall and skinny. I'm cool with him being the big wide receiver that can also do a little bit more blocking. They're going to find a ton of ways to use him and Tucker Kraft, as you mentioned earlier, Perry. Luke Musgrave, easily number 3. He was number 3 on my list. Melton and Tucker Kraft were 1 and 2.
Number four on my list. So I'm right there with you. That entire room. I mean, the 2 guys we've already talked about is just so unbelievably exciting for next year. All right, I'm going to go the Quay Walker route, just because I mentioned him earlier. I mentioned how Jeff Hafley talked about his excitement for him. It's a position group, Perry, you mentioned earlier, right? That's obviously top heavy with him, but there's some decisions to make elsewhere and obviously some backfill to make throughout the course of this offseason. So I'm excited to see what Quay Walker can do in this new offense under Jeff Hafley. We know he's an athletic freak. We know he has a pretty solid football IQ. Like, I'm very excited for what he could do. I think the breakout's just a year too late because he was a guy I was high on last offseason. We were playing the same game that was high on my list. I just hope this is finally the year because I think his potential is as high as it gets at that position.
Love it.
I'm with you, Alex. I'm waiting for. I think it's coaching now. It's just waiting for the right guy to come in and pull it out of him because you saw the jump. I thought he had a really nice jump to sophomore year, and it's like waiting for that breakout level. There's a few things that he needs to clean up. I think like mainly coverage, but everything else was starting to look. He was putting it together. Wow, there's a few
picks, Barry.
I have 2.
Yeah, you get 2 in a row.
Oh, there's a few ways I can go here. Okay. This is the number 2 person on my list, which I'm surprised neither of you chose. So I want to hear why. But it's got to be Jayden Reed. I mean, I know you went with, you think Dontavian Wicks is going to be their guy, but like, to me, it's going to be Jayden Reed next season. Like, I am fully, like, Jayden Reed is going to be their 1,000-yard receiver next season. Like, he's going to be that dude, because originally I thought he was just like, oh, he's just going to be a slot guy. He's not just a slot guy. He is a full usage, all-purpose receiver with insane speed. And I think the connection that him and Jordan Love have is only getting better. And I think that Matt LaFleur really, really loves to utilize him, maybe a little bit too much at times, but in some really interesting ways. And I think what got me this season was hearing the way other coaches talk about Jayden Reed, and the respect that he already has as a rookie. I mean, he got offensive rookie of the year votes, guys. Like, he's going to break out next season.
And this is where I was sort of in the similar vein of Dontavian Wicks, where like I kind of already felt like he broke out. Like, I already know he's really, like, I feel like I already know he's really freaking good. So it's not like I don't think he's going to get better. It's not like I don't think he can break out more. I just already feel like I've got a really good sample size of Jayden Reed being really, really good. And I'm really cool with that already. So I had him on my list. I just didn't have him as high because I just think so highly of him already.
Yeah. Perry, nobody's a bigger Jayden Reed fan than Alex Stroh, right?
True.
So I didn't put him on my list at all because to Andy's point, I felt like he already broke out. It was like, wasn't it a 900 total yard, 10 touchdown season for him? You mentioned the offensive rookie of the year votes. Like, I think he's already there. Though I do think Dontavian Wicks will bring his game to another level next year, as I mentioned.
See, I don't think anyone on this team like really broke out yet. Like they all showed their flashes, right? And I think that like we're so attuned to this team that to us maybe they did. But if you're thinking about this team in terms of like, oh, I don't follow the Packers and I just am like around the league, you know, I don't know if you would say that like Jaden Reed. Maybe, I guess.
I put him in a similar category of Jordan Love and Zach Tom, right? Like neither of those guys crossed my mind for this list because I thought this year was that for them. I put Jaden Reed in the same vein.
I just want to say, Alex, when you said 900 total yards and 10 touchdowns, I had to almost like do a double take. I knew because sometimes I get so caught up in the season of like, somebody's good and like I'm going through and grading every player and every play and things like that. But sometimes I don't take like a pause to like actually look what like the final statistics are. Like that is like 900 total yards and 10 touchdowns. That is, we're in extreme dude territory at that point. So I almost stand by my point more of like, these are pretty amazing. All right, Perry, you got another pick though.
Okay, well, so I actually like thought about, I'm not going to pick him obviously because now I'm understanding like the rules here. I actually thought about picking Jordan Love because like, obviously.
I think I might allow it. I might allow it.
Just because like, maybe this was his breakout. I mean, this was his breakout year. I think he came on the scene this season, but like, I really feel like Jordan's about to be a top 10 quarterback next season.
Yeah,
too late. He already is.
He already is. But no, I'm gonna go with LVN. Because I think regardless of what they do at edge, whether they bring Preston back or not, LVN is about to get a lot more snaps. I think he's going to be utilized in a much more appropriate way. With Hafley coming in, and he was always going to be like that Rashawn Gary type, like project developmental player, right? And he was always going to need a year. He was always going to be edge 3 and need a little time for that like ascension. And I think he really started to come on a little bit towards the end of the season. And like, I mean, he's a first round pick, so your expectations are right that he takes that next step in his second season. So I think with a new DC, I'd love to see him start getting some of those pressure numbers, those quarterback hit numbers, and those sacks.
If we are to build an empire of hope, it seems we must first conquer New York.
Be careful. This place will eat you alive.
Man, Boston is trash. They're not getting no ring.
And those sacks.
Love it. All right, Alex, who you got next?
Yeah, I think you can take everything Perry just said, other than maybe the edge part of it, and apply it to somebody playing next to LVN next year. Hopefully a hefty dosage of my guy, Carl Brooks, who I think will take it to another level. There was not a moment this season, and look, I don't study the film and watch the game as critically as Perry and Andy do because I'm just kind of an idiot, but I do know when Carl Brooks is on the football field, I get really excited.
Happen.
Yeah, good things happen. And it certainly proved itself late in the season and into the postseason. So I'm really fired up about Carl Brooks. I think to Perry's point with some of the scheme changes and design that will be going on with Jeff Hafley, I just think he's going to have more opportunity. And that was kind of our golden word last year, right? Who's going to have the opportunity? Who's going to break out? I think this season will be a great opportunity for Carl Brooks. When he's on the football field, Andy Herman, good things happen.
I like it. He's such a fun player. I'm so excited for year 2. I didn't have him on my list, but he was like an honorable mention for me. But he has every right to be on that list. So I'm totally cool with that selection. I get to give my final 2, and I feel good about my final 2. Both of them are in my top 5 actually. I'm going to actually go with Rasheed Walker next. And this is somebody that also had a smaller breakout, I think, this past year. I think Rasheed Walker has the ability to be a long-term, legitimate, really good left tackle, really the almost Zach Tom version of what Zach Tom does at right tackle, just at left tackle. Rasheed's impressed me with his ability to get better over the course of his time in Green Bay already. From what he went in the first handful of games that he started, where almost everyone to a T was like, get this guy off the field, to by the end of the season, everyone being extremely comfortable with him at left tackle, I thought was massively impressive through the course of the season. I don't know if you guys remember his very first preseason. He was injured the first 3 weeks of preseason, didn't do anything in training camp, And then in the very last preseason game, and maybe I can't remember if there were 3 or 4 preseason games this year. I'm forgetting my years now, but it was the final week of preseason and he just had gotten back. And like, there was legitimate thought. Remember, like this is a late 7th round pick. You know, Lou Nichols in a very similar situation this past year, late 7th round pick, was hurt, didn't get to do anything, gets cut injured. And then he ends up on the Eagles practice squad. Grant Dubose, who spent almost the entire time hurt, ends up getting released and added back to the Packers practice squad. He had to go out and sort of do everything in that final week to go improve himself. I remember I go back and I watched the all 22 of that. And one of the players I was most focused on was Rasheed Walker in our first impression of him. And he was awesome. He was so freaking good. I'm like, dude just earned a roster spot on that game alone. And he did. They keep him. They redshirt him basically that entire season. And all of a sudden, he comes in, Bakhtiari gets out week 1, and he's now the starter. And I think the sky is the limit for what he can become. I think there's probably going to be some, level that he just gets to, and that is who he is. But I think he has a couple other steps that he can take as a starting left tackle. And I'm excited about his progression. And I think we'll see what happens with Bakhtiari in the coming weeks. But if that has to be Rasheed Walker moving forward, I feel very comfortable with it.
I had a hunch his name would pop up tonight when we decided we were doing this game. I just wasn't sure which category he'd be in, because I think you could probably make a case either way. As I said, I'm optimistic on everybody right now. It's that point of the offseason, so the next part of this segment is going to be really hard to do. But I was intrigued to see when and where his name popped up. I think that was pick number 8 overall, so interesting.
Yeah, and I'm going to finish up on my last one here, and that is with Christian Watson. I believe in Christian Watson, period, end of story. I know that the injuries have derailed him, but when he's been on the field, he's been really freaking good. And I do believe that they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that he is ready and prepared for this upcoming season. I'm hopeful that we're not going to see a bizarro series of soft tissue injuries again for Watson. And even if he can play 13, 14 games this upcoming season, I believe he will have a massive impact. He is graded well. He is statistically done extremely well. He brings a whole different dimension to this offense when he's out on the field. If he can just stay healthy, he is going to have a massive, massive year and a massive impact. He's one of those guys that doesn't even need the ball to go his way in order to make a massive impact. So for me, not giving up on him, I'm going Christian Watson.
I do believe Andy just did 4.
Yeah, you're right, Perry. He certainly did.
I thought we were only going to do 4. We were only going to do 3?
Yeah.
Well, we're doing 4 now. So you know what?
Okay.
We're doing 4 now.
But I agree with you on Christian. I do agree with you on Christian Watson. I do.
I thought we were doing 4.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I thought it was funny to call you out.
I'll just keep going. I'm just going to keep going.
I can keep going.
Let's do 80.
The whole offense.
Yeah,
Alex and Perry, lightning round, you each get one more.
Yeah, Christian Watson was on my list as well. Obviously, missing 8 games. He only had 2 receptions in the playoffs. I'll do a preseason prediction. He will have more than 2 receptions in the next postseason. Last one, same vein. I'm going to go Jair. If he stays healthy, I still think he can be one of the premier corners in the league. He's paid like it. I think he showed some really good flashes this year. I'll go Jair. He just missed a lot of time.
Perry's going to be mad at you. I think Alex is more leaning towards rebound more than breakout, more like
but couldn't you make the case for Christian Watson then too? You could make that same case for Christian Watson then.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, I know they're different levels, right? Like Jair's one of the best in his position or at his position in the league, but he missed half the season.
You can't break out when you've already been an all-pro.
Okay, let's bounce back. I didn't think we were doing 4, Perry. Leave me alone.
I put Alex on the spot. It's all right. We'll count a bounce back candidate.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I like it.
Of course you did.
I kind of already did 4 too, because I kind of put Jordan
Love. Did Love. All right, we're good. We're good then. All right, let's do one regression candidate each. I've got a few guys on my list. I'm intrigued to see where you guys want to go. Alex, since you haven't got to go first on any of these, we'll give you first pick on regression candidate.
Yeah, I teased it.
Perry's already mad at you for Jair Alexander, so
I teased it earlier. I think it's going to be Jaden Reed. I still think he's going to be a really critical centerpiece of this offense. I just think statistically, I had to look at it, Andy, to your point earlier. That's why I didn't respond when you said that. I didn't realize how nice of a season he had. I just think statistically, he might be in a similar wheelhouse and maybe lower in some of those numbers, but he had a terrific rookie year. I think Dontavian Wicks picks up some of the slack. I think Romeo Doubs continues to be who he is, Mr. Reliable for Jordan Love, and the tight end room is going to take away some reception. So Jayden Reed here, but I don't know how much I believe myself saying it out loud.
Well, you have officially lost your biggest Jayden Reed fan in the world moniker with that pick.
I know.
But I'll still give it to you. I see what you're saying, and I kind of had something similar on my list. But Perry, what direction are you going in?
I'll respond to that first. And then I think that's a really nice answer for someone who doesn't see this team regressing, because like it is a bit of a cop out, and like he's still going to do well, but it's hard to beat such a great season when you have 900 yards and 10 touchdowns. So fair. Mine's also a little bit of a cop out, and it's just like the interior of the offensive line. I just like, I have a lot of questions about not Elton, obviously, but just like at center and at right guard. I don't really trust Josh Myers, and right guard is such a question mark right now. Like Sean Rhyan looked fine. But he rotated. Like he's never played a full game. We don't know if they're going to bring John Runyon Jr. back. Even if they do, again, he didn't look great. I don't know what kind of player he would be. You know, do they draft someone even so? Still, that's still a huge question mark whether that draft pick looks good. So I just don't feel great about where that side of the line looks this season. And I don't feel really good about their options because, again, like you do have options who you can move into center, right? You have Elton who can play at center. You have Zach Tom who can play at center. But why do you want to move guys from where they're playing right now excellently? And then you have holes at left guard and at right tackle, right? So with nowhere to fill. So I don't love where they've left themselves at the interior of the defensive line.
Good call.
I totally get what you're saying. My counterpoint would be I didn't think center and right guard were good last year, and I like to the point where like they were like the biggest weakness on the team. Like that.
Guys. Like they had two guys that are rotating in. Like they had options. Yeah. Like this year they don't even have options.
True.
Right now, at least.
As of now. No, that's fair. All right, I have three names, and I'll go through them each kind of quick. I know.
Make
my own rules.
Yeah, it's your show. Do what you want.
But because I think, all right, let's put the elephant in the room. I think we have to at least mention that Jordan Love is a potential regression candidate.
He was on my list.
He's not going to be my choice, but I think we have to at least go into it like that dude went on a heater in the second half of the season in an insane way. And my leaning would be, I think that's just who he is. But defenses are going to try more and more things against him. I still say some defensive coordinators probably going to figure something out, and they're going to have to figure out how to deal with that. I don't think that's going to be a major issue. There was no specific, like he saw a billion different defenses this past year, and he and Matt LaFleur had answers to pretty much all of it. But I think there's still, we have to at least address the possibility of I don't think that's going to be a major issue. There was no specific, like he saw a billion different defenses this past year, and he and Matt LaFleur had answers to pretty much all of it. But I think there's still, we have to at least address the possibility of it, even if I think all of us don't necessarily believe that that's ultimately going to end up being what happens. My two other ones really quick, Preston Smith. It's a even numbered year, and Preston Smith in even numbered years does not do as well. So that's like an easy one, but like also, we think LVN is probably going to get more playing time. Rashawn Gary is going to hopefully play a full season and probably play more snaps. There's this new, 4-3 defense, which I think you can make the argument LVN and Rashawn Gary fit into a little bit better than Preston. And Preston's a year older. And while I'm 98% sure Preston is back on the team, I can't say 1,000,000,000% for sure. There's still some potential opportunity there. But even if he is, I think, and this mostly has to do with, I thought he had a really nice 2023 season. And just being a year older at his age, new defense, all that stuff, there's at least a possibility. And then the other one that I have on my list was Romeo Doubs. And this is more in Alex's vein of like,
start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
Romeo Doubs. And this is more in Alex's vein of like, it has to do with, I thought Doubs had a undervalued great year. And I think that really showed up in the playoffs of exactly what type of guy this wide receiver is and exactly what he can do when given a real opportunity. But we're getting to the point where the wide receiver numbers are just stupid, to the point where Dontavian Wicks made our list, Jaden Reed made our list, Bo Melton made our list, Christian Watson made our list. And that's not even including like a guy like Malik Heath, or if they draft or whatever, somebody like, there's just wide receiver numbers. We're going to have hopefully full seasons of Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. The numbers are going to go down for some of these guys just inherently because there's too many dudes. So I'm going to say that Romeo Doubs, despite him not getting worse as a player, I think could sort of just stay status quo as a player, but his numbers could come down because there's so many guys that there's just not enough balls to go around through the course of the season.
Both of those guys were 2 and 3 on my list as well. I'm still on the fence about Preston coming back, which is why he wasn't number 1. But if I knew he was on the roster, he'd probably be number 1 for all the reasons you said, Andy. And also just like in general, I think your young talent that you just drafted should be getting, the snaps, or at least taking some snaps away, for good reason. And similar with Doubs, it's just a matter now of what role each of these wide receivers are carving out for themselves, right? And who's seizing those opportunities. This year was so unique in that everyone was so selfless, and and that's gonna not stick for forever. Someone is gonna break out. Someone is going to be that 1,000-yard receiver. Someone is going to eventually be a number 1. That is just how things shake out in NFL offenses, and it is going to leave somebody on that very long list of talented receivers you just listed as a guy who maybe has games where they're just not utilized as much. It may not be Doubs, right? It may be somebody else. We don't know yet, but this is just us speculating.
Yeah, Alex already mentioned he hates Jaden Reed, so that's another possibility there.
Print the T-shirts. That's what I say.
Alex hates Jaden Reed. Guys, like I said, it is stupid how easy it is to talk to you guys for 47 minutes out of nowhere. This is another one of those where I'm like, yeah, this will probably go 30 minutes. We've got a deep way to go. And it's like, no, we're going to talk for forever still, because it's always amazing talking with you guys. Any final thoughts before we jump out of here?
Just real quick on the Jordan Love negativity. That's not allowed on the show. Never do that again.
No negativity. I'm just saying we have to.
No, you're right. He was the second name on my list.
That it's within the realm of reason to say even if it's a minor step back, that's still a potential regression. Like I said, I'm not expecting it. I don't predict it. I think he's going to be great, but
no, like you said, right?
Small sample size.
The second half of the season was a heater, but I think all of us optimistically just think that's who he is and what he can be, which means he should be probably a front runner for the MVP next year.
Regression can also come in the form of not meeting our incredibly lofty expectations, right? It could mean that he's still great, right? We just saw this guy now and we're oh my, I literally just said he's gonna be a top 10 quarterback next season, right? And he could be, number 10 and not top 5, in which we believe he can be, and all of a sudden to us and our super high now, we believe he's going to be the next Hall of Fame quarterback, not meeting our expectations, looks like regression.
What if I told you next year he threw for 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions? How would you feel? 64% completion percentage.
Great season.
Yeah, good follow up.
Quite frankly,
that's literally what he had.
Stats, right?
That's literally his stats from last year. So that to your point, Perry, it's even if he has the exact same season, we might be oh, he's just kind of, it was there wasn't the next step up. It was just the same thing, but it was an awesome freaking year.
Can we skip the month of October?
It's more than that though, Andy, right? If he has that season and the Packers make it to the Super Bowl, I don't give a rat's ass what his stats look like.
True story. True story. And same thing the other way. He could have the same numbers and they could, miss the playoffs by a game. Exactly. And it's same thing. It's great that he had the same numbers, but you got to find a way to make the playoffs and step up like they did at the end of this past year. Mm-hmm. It's all very complex. It's all very, very complex. But no negativity, Alex Strouf. I agree with you. We're all very, very high on the Jordan Love progression train, and we all think he's going to take that next step. I think that's safe to say.
Totally.
All right. Final thoughts for you, Alex? Or no, Perry. Alex, you got yours in. Perry, any final thoughts for you?